So I'm practicing texture only right now. So I'm thinking about what does my animal feel like? Does it have scales? Does it have fur? Does it have feathers? So this one is scales. I'm drawing them kind of dark, rounded, curved lines that overlap, and then I'm shading over the color. So you're going to want to use two different um, pressures. You're going to want a dark and a light. This is feathers, so it's one straight wispy line with multiple lines coming off of it. So these would typically go down a bird's neck and around their eyes. So that's just feathers for birds. And then this is just fur. So depending on if your animal has long fur or short fur, your lines would vary in length. And then you're going to layer them on top too. So these are just some textures you can practice as you go. So we're just going to start looking at each animal, and really we're going to look at this worksheet. So this is for references on head shape. Is it a round head like a cat? Is it a longer head like a horse or a dragon? So it just depends on the shape of the head of the animal you're trying to portray. Remember, you're combining two different animals, so you might have the head of one animal and the legs or tail or different features of another. So I'm just going to demonstrate adding a frame. So it's kind of just a wavy line around the outer border of my paper. Okay, so frames are optional, but remember it's a mythical creature. It's fantastic, right? It's mythical, so it should have really nice detail along the edge. And remember to draw light, so if you mess up, you can fix it. So now I'm going to color in with gold. So if you don't have gold, you could layer yellow and brown, or you could choose a different color for your frame. Gold is just what I chose, so it's really up to you. So typically I would spend the rest of this time kind of shading in the gold frame. So my head of the animal is a macaw parrot, so it's round. I'm going to add a beak in a minute, so I'm just kind of cleaning up the circle because I am going to be erasing part of it for its neck and connecting it to the body. So it's going to be a parrot combined with an orca. So the head of my parrot, it's going to have feathers, so I'm kind of just adding a curved and like feathered texture line for around the head. I'm kind of figuring out where the eye is going to go, and I'm beginning to draw the beak. now I'm adding the background of my animal. I want to make sure that it shows where it lives. I'm overlapping the horizon line under the ocean floor, so I'm just making sure that it looks three-dimensional and it does show some depth as I go. So I'm adding color now, so I'm erasing the pencil that I had so then it doesn't blend with the color that I want to use for the parrot head. So I'm using an orange and I'm adding texture. So I'm using short lines for this so it looks fuzzy. So I want the orchid to be smooth and I want the parrot to be soft. So I'm adding small marks, erasing as I go, and layering the color pencils.